We have a full review of the E-M5 Mark II coming soon, but here's a quick preview of the most exciting feature.
Hi, I'm Chelsea Northrup and I'm here in Central Park. I've got the Olympus OMD E-M5 Mark II and the Nikon D810. And I'm taking two pictures of the Alice in Wonderland statue here to see which one has better image resolution. I know what you're thinking, the D810, crazy. Well, the Olympus over here has this new feature where you can take a high resolution shot, and supposedly if you use the camera on a tripod you can get 40 megapixels as opposed to the 36 megapixels of the D810. So I'm going to try it out and see if this is for real or just a gimmick. Is there any way you can take this?
Zooming in 1:1, the $1,100 E-M5 Mark II on the left seems to have just as much detail as the $3,000 D810 on the right. Looking at some of the details 4:1, the Olympus produced some really odd artifacts, like those you see in her eyebrows and lips. You can see that where the tree branches were moving in the background, the Olympus made them look really bizarre. This will be a deal breaker for landscape photographers. It's not the camera's fault, but look at the awful chromatic aberration of the $900 Panasonic 12-35 f2.8 compared to the $850 Sigma 24-105 f4 that's attached to the Nikon. If Olympus really wants a part of the market for high-quality imaging, they're going to need to produce better lenses too. Glass matters.
Wait, we found out that high-res mode is not great for landscape photography, but maybe we can find something that it can do. It needs to be very still, there can't be moving people, it has to be in a tripod, you can't even have a gentle breeze. You kind of need to be indoors. That narrows it down to basically like some interior architectural photography and product photography. So I set up just a really poorly done product shoot and set the camera to wait a second between each of its separate shots. That allows the flashes to recharge. So I'll take a test shot. 4-second delay as it lets the shutter stop shaking it. All right, now it's processing it. I'll just do this again. With 40 megapixels, you need to be so careful that you don't even move to shake the floor, because you'll notice with macro photography, even movements in your house can cause problems, especially with this level of detail. So now I'll switch to the Nikon. It's also worth mentioning that the Olympus had a sync speed of 1/320th of a second before I turned on high-res mode. In the studio here, that would be just great for freezing motion, but once I turned on high-res mode, I had to drop down to 1/20th of a second. Comparing the pictures, the E-M5 Mark II on the left clearly shows more detail, even showing the texture of the paint on the bottle. The shadow noise is great, though the D810's native ISO 64 on the right shows a little less noise. That proves it. The E-M5 Mark II is the best still life camera in the world, short of medium format. But if you want to do landscapes, you're stuck with the big old D810 or relatively big A7R. Don't forget to subscribe. Cheers. It's just water.
Subscribe to see the full review of the E-M5 Mark II, as well as a hands-on overview of how to use this beautiful camera. If there's anything specific you want us to test, just add it in the comments.